And that is why Cardano, I feel, is probably going to become the biggest cryptocurrency in the world. I think it's going to become more than a cryptocurrency. I think it's going to become the backbone of a new digital nation, a new society, a place where we can finally begin to trust each other again, where we move from don't be evil to can't be evil, a place where we do our voting, a place where our money lives, a place where our digital life lives, in every dimension and aspect of it.
Charles Hoskinson, the co-founder of blockchain engineering company Input Output Global and the Cardano blockchain platform, envisions a future where the proof-of-stake blockchain platform and its native token surpass Bitcoin and Ether to become the largest cryptocurrency platform in the world. In the said future, Hoskinson sees Cardano also surpassing the blockchain platform's status to become the backbone of a digital nation, a fully formed digital society that would encompass every aspect of users and participants' digital lives. The 35-year-old American entrepreneur made this prediction during his keynote address at the Rare Evo 2023 event in Denver. According to Hoskinson, Cardano will be able to surpass Bitcoin and Ether because of its higher level of scalability and interoperability. He adds that both leading cryptocurrencies are plagued with various forms of limitations that are not found in Cardano. He comments that while Bitcoin is permanently stuck with the designs and visions of one single man, Ether is not decentralized enough to be the leading cryptocurrency or the backbone of the digital nation the world is gradually transitioning into. During his address, Hoskinson also mentioned some of Cardano's impressive achievements over the past few months. To begin with, the blockchain network has just been named the top blockchain platform in terms of development activities on software development repository GitHub. A few days ago, analytics firm Santiment confirmed Cardano to be the top blockchain in terms of notable developer activity. A Twitter post from the firm reads, "Throughout 2023, Polkadot and Kusama shared the honors for most GitHub development in crypto according to our calculation for notable activity. However, Cardano has finally outpaced them." Other notable events Hoskinson mentions include the Mithril Update, a stake-based signature protocol that will allow the network to become more efficient, streamlined, and capable of supporting a broader range of applications and use cases. He also mentions Hydra, a Layer 2 scaling solution for the Cardano blockchain that aims to increase the transaction processing capacity of the network by allowing multiple heads or channels to be opened between participants for off-chain transactions. We will now bring you clips from the keynote address as Hoskinson discusses his vision for the Cardano blockchain network, a vision that includes dealing the final blow to the corrupt traditional finance system and replacing the faulty trust-based system with a truth-based and sustainable system that works for all. Please watch, share, and like this video. Also, ensure you subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications bell, and drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Thanks and enjoy the video.
Enormous amount of stuff shipped while working on governance, which is the most complicated thing I think any cryptocurrency can do, because basically you're building an on-chain government of a digital nation with 4 million people in more than 100 countries. Kind of a fun thing. Hydra shipped. Mithril shipped. Node 8.x shipped. All kinds of updates shipped. People are building. We're number one for development activity right now amongst all the cryptocurrencies. TVL grew by over 200% in a downturn. How about that? Transaction volume's up. We're at 8 million native assets. And Masari is finally writing nice stuff about us. How about that? That's what an ecosystem looks like. It's not the sudden spikes and sexy fun bull markets and cool stuff in 2021 or 2017. It's the continuous, endless, relentless pursuit of perfection. Japanese call it kodawari, the relentless pursuit of perfection. That's what we do. We wake up every single day and we grind as an ecosystem. And it's hard to build. How many people are building in this room? Do you feel like you have all the funding you need, all the staff you need, all the love you need, all the media you need? No, it's hard, but you're here. And because you're here in the bad times, in the down times, means one day you get to enjoy the good times. Next year, thousands and thousands of people will be involved in the governance of Cardano across the world who have never met each other in person, yet work together closer than they would family. And that's going to unlock so many things. Money, vision, brilliance, diversity. But more importantly, it makes Cardano an institution unto itself that will be here for a very long time. You see, I'm just tired of living in a world where everybody's cynical and the institutions are broken. Nobody trusts anybody. Whenever you say something's going to happen, nobody believes it, or they think it won't happen the way you promise, because we've been let down. Let's be honest. You can't look to a single thing, healthcare, education. You can't look to any aspect of human endeavor or life lately without looking to something that was a bit disappointing. And every now and then, people come together and they say, you know, we could do better. We can change things. What this movement has always been about, the cryptocurrency space, for more than 10 years, and by the way, it was not about money, because when we got started back in the Bitcoin days, we didn't have any money. You know, you talk about downtimes. This coffee was free. I had to pay for my coffee at the first Bitcoin conference. We had no coffee. I was very angry about that. It wasn't about money, it was about philosophy, because everybody in that movement was really tired. We were just tired of being lied to. We were tired of being told we should just shut up and sit in the corner. We have no power. And it was inconceivable, things like $10,000 Bitcoin. It was inconceivable that governments would mention Bitcoin or talk about it. In fact, in the early days, I remember Reddit and other places, anybody, regardless of how trivial and small they were, that mentioned the word Bitcoin, we'd all get really happy about it. We'd be like, oh my God, did you hear that Gary Johnson mentioned Bitcoin? They're like, wow, that's incredible. And now it's just part of the cultural milieu. Everybody understands it. You know, the show Billions, they're complaining about Solana shitcoiners. You know, you're like, wow, we've gone a very long way in less than 10 years. But what united us and kept us strong, and the true people, the true philosophers of it, was this idea that we need to have a better way of trusting each other and working with each other. We need to have a better way of building institutions that aren't just don't be evil, but can't be evil. That was the uniting thread throughout the whole set.
According to recent reports from banklesteins.com, Cardano grew impressively in several metrics within the first half of the year. Data analysis from the website reveals that Cardano's decentralized finance DeFi ecosystem's total value locked TVL grew to $151.69 million, a 209.8% increase year-to-date as of June 30, 2023. That figure has grown further, and Cardano currently has $161.8 million in TVL. According to Alice Leatham, a Bankless Times crypto analyst, Cardano's TVL growth despite the market downturn underscores the platform's significance in the overall digital asset space. Leatham said, Cardano's meteoric TVL rise speaks of its growing influence in the blockchain landscape. It's not only a resounding endorsement of the network's capabilities, but also reflects its growing adoption. This surge underlines the power of innovation in propelling crypto projects forward. Let's get back to Hoskinson's speech as he further details the future he envisions for Cardano, one where the platform surpasses the Bitcoin and Ether blockchain networks.
And Cardano is leading the entire cryptocurrency industry in this. Bitcoin and Ethereum, the other two big guys, they've recused themselves. They've said we don't want to do on-chain governance. In the case of Bitcoin, it's anarchy. Great, they can't change, which means they have to live with design decisions made by a single person more than 13 years ago and hope to God it's still relevant 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. There's no way to change it. Well, good luck. As for Ethereum, their founder said, on-chain governance is a fool's errand. You can't do it. You can't achieve it. Okay, so how do you deal with the fact that when you have 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, 400 million users, you have to represent them, their needs, their voice, their particular use cases? How the hell do you build a product backlog without just making yourself king for life? Is that decentralized? Is that what we signed up for, having a beneficent leader who lives on the mountaintop? How are we any better than what we assert that we're going to replace? The only way we're going to get it done is to build an on-chain government. And why they don't do it is they're scared, because they don't know how. There's trust issues. It's hard. How do you maintain the consistency we've all come to love and admire and enjoy? 2,100 days plus. The Cardano network has been running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week by you, the stake pool operators. Never down, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Microsoft has gone down since then. Google has gone down for 20 minutes. Amazon has gone down. Think about that. Trillion-dollar massive corporations with hundreds of thousands of people, the best engineers, mountains of money. And they own the fucking hardware. We don't. Just a bunch of people come together, never met each other, are running this protocol, attacked every single day. If there's a flaw in it, there's a $10 billion bounty to break it. And it's still running. That's something that's very special. And it should never be discounted. It should never be trivialized. And we can never allow other people in the cryptocurrency space to just take that for granted. It's a sacred thing. Yet somehow, some way, we're going to not only preserve and protect that, but enhance it when every single decision is now made in dozens of countries throughout the world. It's a pretty crazy idea. And that's why people are scared of decentralized governance, because they view it as something that takes away. But I've never believed that, because I always believe in the best in people. I believe in the best in you, and I think if you give people a chance to rise up and show you who they are and what they can do, they'll do amazing things. So that's our challenge, and that is why Cardano, I feel, is probably going to become the biggest cryptocurrency in the world. I think it's going to become more than a cryptocurrency. I think it's going to become the backbone of a new digital nation, a new society, a place where we can finally begin to trust each other again, where we move from don't be evil to can't be evil, a place where we do our voting, a place where our money lives, a place where our digital life lives, in every dimension and aspect of it. Because we deserve that. It's 2023. We do. The world has moved on. We don't need to live in economic systems, political systems that were designed in the 18th century and 19th century. I'm sorry. The world's moved on.
Speaking further, Hoskinson describes the next era for the human race as an era during which we can finally achieve true fairness and equality. An era without disparity along the lines of gender, race, or social status. An era where everyone is appreciated for their contributions and not what they look like. He also describes the abolishment of the current trust-based system, not just in finance, but in every aspect of our lives. Instead of blindly trusting our rulers, politicians, and other self-appointed custodians of our society, Hoskinson envisions a future where we can be instead reliant on the immutable truth of the blockchain. According to him, that's when we will finally be able to enjoy all our God-given rights regardless of who we are, or where we come from, or our beliefs and opinions. What are your thoughts on Hoskinson's address? Do you envision a future where Cardano can surpass the current Bitcoin and ETH for all-time high market caps of $1.3 trillion and $570 billion, respectively? That will place the price of one Cardano token at $36.92 and $16.12, respectively, from the current price of $0.26. Please share your thoughts, comments, and observations in the comments section below. Also, ensure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos. Thanks for watching. Okay.